Hello guys, welcome back to Gaming Tidbits, and today we're going to talk about the Atari Lynx, a console that has obviously a very loyal following, handheld, the only handheld that actually can be played right or left-handed because it was built to be played either way. You can flip it over, play either way, right or left-handed, which is something a lot of people seem to overlook these days. But the Atari Lynx also has a very good library of games. For myself, unfortunately, I never got one because, simply put, it looked cool. I liked that it was in color, but at the time, the Sega Genesis was out, Super Nintendo, and other consoles, and I just was more focused on those. And unfortunately, sometimes I regret overlooking this console. And like everything at the time, Nintendo's handhelds have just always seemed to beat or outlast any of their competition. But one of the things that the Atari Lynx is missing, and one of the things that I think every retro console should have, is some kind of EverDrive or SD card reader. And now the Atari Lynx SD card reader is available for pre-order. Now let's get this off. This takes micro SD cards, okay, not actually regular SD cards. So if you're going to get this, you got to know right away. It takes micro SD cards. Now, the Atari Age forum user, who is the one who created this and selling these Salient T, has also stated that this will support Comlink multiplayer support functionality. So if you're interested or were worried about multiplayer, this will definitely work on it. The other thing to consider is this thing does work with Lynx 1 or 2, but there'll be an uncased and a case version of this sold because the case version does not work with the Atari Lynx 1, so there'll be an uncased version for that, and then there'll be a case version sold for obviously the Atari Lynx 2. Now, to me, the great thing about this is like, if you're a hardcore or loyal Atari Lynx fan, this will allow you to maybe store games you can't, because let's be honest, every console has those rare games that are either really sought after or hard to find, that are really expensive, and the average person either can't afford it or may take a while before they can afford it or find it. This will allow you to play those, and obviously homebrew games, because for the Atari Lynx, a lot of the homebrew games are just basically available for downloadable. They don't really get a physical release, like for example the Dreamcast does. So this would allow you to play those games on the original hardware, which is what most people want to do with any homebrew game made for any console. They want to play it on the original hardware. Now, I know you're asking, what's the price of this? Well, the price is €65, or basically a little bit over 70 US dollars, 72, 73. Not too much more expensive than like a price of a brand new video game. But I think for Atari Lynx users who are looking for something like this, I don't think the price is incredibly high or bad or steep. Again, these things, probably around the range that some of these EverDrives on the would sell. It's not like incredibly high or expensive more than they are or anything. It's just kind of right in that reasonable price range. Again, obviously everybody would love things to be lower than they are, but this is one guy doing it, like doing all the work himself, meaning he's actually got basically got a Chinese PCB fab factory basically making these for him, and then he's shipping them. So it is one man doing all the work, even though he's got somewhere making it. It's still him doing all the work. He's ordering it and then getting it and shipping it out to everybody. So you got to give him some more time than you would, let's say, a company that said this is going to be available this date. But I'll put a link below to the actual thread where you actually get yourself on the list if you want to pre-order this. Again, I think this is really cool. I don't have an Atari Lynx, but I think it's really cool for Atari Lynx users who may be interested in something like this, the EverDrive-like functionality that will allow you to put whatever games you want in it. Homebrew, your collection. Maybe you're going to be traveling and you want to have all your games and not bring all the little cartridges with you, and you're worried about losing them or lugging them around. This will have it in one, little bitty, reader with SD card, and you're good to go. So anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions are always. Do you like this? Would you like to get one of these? Or are you kind of like, you know what, that's cool, I'm not interested in it for my Lynx, or I just simply, can't afford the bunch of different things out there in the retro world to get if you have a bunch of retro consoles. That's always been my issue. There's a lot of these cool things for retro consoles. In this case, it doesn't affect me because I don't have a Lynx right now, but there are a lot of cool things for retro consoles that pull you a bunch of different ways that you're always like, well, that'd be cool, but so would that, and so would that. Well, which one can I get, right? It's really what console you like the best at that time, or having fun playing that probably sways you on what you probably get. But anyway, enough of me talking for now. What are you guys' opinions on it? Or would you be interested in this? Not interested in it? Love to hear your guys' opinions and reasons like always. I'll make another video soon. Later, guys.